is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will put total leather and will get started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Moore to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And the Ducks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Benson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of...
There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Past the 20. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the ground with the back. Quick spin on the line. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Moore will throw to the sideline, and he's able to tiptoe his way to a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On first down from their own 22. That's reeled in. It's Hughes. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. It's running room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
It really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running back...
Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the Ducks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Trying play action. Trying to beat the D deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And the ball's out, and they're after it. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. They want to run it left here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school, and you can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against...
Looking deep. Makes the catch down the right side. It's a seam wide open, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. Moore to the air. He's got the tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history. And just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
First play of the period, first down here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Quarterback empties his backfield.
Here we go, set.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Wide open spaces. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.